Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for the week of June 20th. We are just going to jump right in here today, and we are going to see what is going on for you. I love this card, this happy card. It's like a card of channeling happiness or, allowing more happiness into your life. Could be love, could be a person that brings happiness into your life, so I like to see that. This is a very good reading. I'm pretty sure your last reading was pretty positive. This reading looks amazing. Look at this Chariot. You have a lot of good stuff. Lovers, you have a lot of good stuff coming up here. Empress, are you kidding me? Look at this. Emperor and the Empress. It's funny to me that, all your readings have been saying, your focus probably isn't love, and there's love showing up. But I always say it's like, if you're not focusing on it, you're probably going to get it. So I do feel there could be like a divine counterpart. If you're seriously not looking for love, and even if you are, I do like the Emperor and the Empress. It's like, but I feel like you're in your true power. It's like, I feel like you're embracing all the energies exist. Some people say Emperor and Empress is like masculine, feminine, but it's like, I feel like you are becoming one here, which is pretty powerful stuff. You have this happy card. Clearly, there's a lot of reasons for you to be happy. She's like channeling happiness, and I feel like she's sitting on this egg right here, and I always say, it's like that egg is something that she's gestating. It's like something that she's creating, and I feel like that's why you're happy. So and you have the Empress, which is like birth. So for a lot of you, definitely love, but I also feel there's a bigger picture thing here where it's like you've been working on a project, or you've been thinking about a project or a business, and you're about to get it going with this energy here. So love it. You have the Two of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, the Star, and the Four of Pentacles here. The Two of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles, I feel like is saying, this is a perfect match, get to work. It's like, perfect match, right? Get to work. Knight of Pentacles is the only card it's the only knight that isn't making any moves, right? But he has everything he needs. He's got that green on his helmet, and there's green on the head of the horse, represents oak leaves. It kind of says he has the knowledge and wisdom to take action. He could easily start filling these fields that are behind him. So he has these fields behind him, and he needs to get to work. Two of Cups is like saying something is a perfect match for you. So I feel if you've been kind of thinking about starting a project, a business, I would get moving here, because I feel like it's going to be very successful. I feel like there's also, you have the Star here, which says success, wishes, hope, faith, renewal, kind of like some sort of wish or dream coming true. But she's pouring water onto land here, and I always say it represents what's possible for one person is possible for you. But I also feel, but it can also represent comparing, but not in a bad way. Normally, again, it's like you're seeing that something's possible for someone, so then it becomes possible for you. But what I feel like this is saying is you don't realize how something is going to turn out for you. It kind of reminds me of this channel, right, that I have. It's like when I started this channel, there were no tarot readers, no astrologers with more than 10,000 subs. It's like now there are people who are almost at 1 million, right? I think some of the Spanish-speaking channels are over 1 million for tarot. So, it's like the sky's the limit. And I feel like that's what you need to realize is it's like you might be entering into a field, or, I get that feeling where you're entering into a field, or maybe you're doing something that you don't think has a big audience. And number one, I don't think you need a big audience. Number two, I think it's much bigger than you expect. So, or it's growing, right? It's like tarot grew since I started the channel, right? So I feel like you need to realize that. You have the Four of Pentacles, which again is holding on too tightly to the past. But I feel like it's saying that, again, if you think that something only has so much potential, that's the old belief. It's not true any longer. So I feel like you need to realize that something has much more potential than you imagine. You have this Koi fish spirit, and it says there is always enough. There you go. There is always enough. I feel like there's always going to be more than enough for you to be successful, for you to accomplish things, all that other good stuff. So I feel like you need to realize that there's going to be a lot of success for you. I also feel like you need to realize that, I feel it would be a good time for you to have small wins. These fish cards, they always remind me of a fish card that's in the Tarot of the Wild Unknown Animal Oracle deck. That fish, it kind of represents having a small win, or, doing something small so you can prove that something works. And I do feel that would be a good practice for you, but I feel very lucky with this card. In this row, you have the Moon, the Devil, and the Chariot. The Devil, I feel, is just you. You're showing up in a strong position here, Capricorn, as yourself. And again, the Devil is not a bad card. I always explain this because I always get some Capricorn that's like, why are we the Devil? I'm like, it's not a bad thing, right? The Devil's just tied to Saturn. That's why it represents Capricorn, and it's not a bad card, plain and simple. and it's not bad for you. I feel like it's just your energy. I do feel that the moon, number one, this could be a Pisces coming in for some of you. For others, you have Pisces and Aquarius, so it could be someone who's born on the cusp. You also have Aries. It could be like that part of the sky, like someone who's from that part of the sky that you're attracting into your life. But the moon can also represent fears. And again, I feel like you need to realize that your path to something is much different than someone else's. And I just said this to Taurus. So it seems to me like it's a earth sign energy that things are going to happen differently for you. And you have the Chariot. The Chariot is a definite victory, but there are these two sphinxes here. They represent mysteries, and they're also facing in like opposite directions. So they say, there are like multiple ways for you to get to your goal, right? There are multiple ways for you to go. But I do feel there is definitely a victory coming in for you here, Capricorn, and it's based off of something that you're doing. I would also stay away from like the competitive mind, right? And to me, competition right now, I think we need to be co-creative. If we're competitive, then we're coming from a place of lack. We're saying there's not enough for everyone, so I have to compete with this person. If we're co-creative, there's always enough, and that there's always enough card is what that's saying there. There's a book I read that totally changed my life, The Science of Getting Rich. I read it all the time. I hammer it into my brain. And it's a book that was written like a long time ago. And it in that book, he says that we need to be co-creative, that we need to leave the competitive mind behind because those days are over. And I truly believe that. Once I started thinking co-creatively and started thinking there's always enough and all that other stuff, it's amazing the abundance that came into my life. And so I'm not saying this to brag. I'm saying this because, again, it works and it's free, as I always say. Next, you have this solar calm card. It says clarify. I do feel the more clear we can be, a lot of signs have had these messages of needing to be like super clear on exactly what you want. Like if you want a certain amount of money, be very clear about the money and don't be ashamed. Speaking of abundance, I think this comes from Think and Grow Rich. In Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill talks about needing to not be ashamed of what you're asking for. And the problem is that some people want something, maybe they want like a green Lamborghini, right? Who doesn't? But maybe they're ashamed to ask for it. In that book, he talks about like needing to ask for the things you want and needing to not be ashamed about it, needing to say, because there is always enough. There's more than enough abundance. And the reason I preach this stuff as well is because I think we're living in a time where the government, whoever, the powers that be, the people that pull the strings are trying to make it seem like there isn't enough. They're, creating inflation and all these other problems that they've created. So I'm trying to go the opposite direction, get people to focus on the fact that there's always enough and that you should ask for exactly what you want and you shouldn't feel ashamed because you're not stealing or taking from anyone. And for whatever reason, I feel like that's important for you to realize. With the Emperor, here you have the Emperor, Lovers, and the Empress. Clearly, there could be a divine counterpart or someone who is truly good for you coming in for you. This is like a perfect match. I really feel this. I do feel water energy for a lot of you. So it could be a water sign. For some of you, it could be a fire sign or an earth sign. But for whatever reason, I get water. I feel like you complement each other very well, obviously. This is like power couple, Emperor, Empress coming up. I feel you are creating a lot of abundance, like I said. So I would say create as much abundance as you possibly can. And as I always say, it's like when you're creating abundance for yourself, you're creating it for other people. Remember, the star says what's possible for one person is possible for everyone. So it's like when you create abundance, you're giving permission for other people to create abundance. And that's what I want to encourage people to do personally, because, I feel like we need that in the world right now. We need more abundance, so people can see that there's another way to live. You have the Lovers here. The Lovers is a perfect match, so I do believe that there is a perfect match coming in for you, like I said. If you're not looking for love, I feel like this is like a divine union of your soul. I know that sounds like super, crazy, but I feel the Emperor and the Empress is truly your energies combining. Even if you are finding love, I feel like this is happening for all of you. It's like you're coming into alignment. You're connecting the two energies, Emperor, Empress. It's like they work together, right? And I feel that you're connecting energies inside of you. And this is going to lead to some pretty crazy accomplishments. The Emperor is like following a plan, but it's also taking a lead in being very successful. This is a super powerful reading for you, Capricorn. And I think it's going to lead to a lot of happiness as well. Let's see where this reading is going for you at this time. With the Knight of Pentacles and the Two of Cups, you have the Fool. I feel like you're hesitant to take a leap of faith towards a person if this is love. I'm pretty sure I've said this to you in the recent past, that you could be hesitating, taking a leap of faith. I feel like if you hesitate, like he hesitated, and so he's falling off the cliff. This is about belief and trust, this card. It's like he has to take the full leap. If he hesitates, he's going to like fall off the cliff. If he trusts that the next step is going to appear, it appears. So it is a card of like needing to trust. With the Star, you have the Page of Swords. Page of Swords like immature energy, but it's really a card of like research. To me, it's a card of being curious, and so I do feel it would be a good time to be curious. I do also feel that someone has their eye on you here, Capricorn, or you have your eye on a person. Take how it resonates. This could be two creeps spying on each other, both of you. So you might be interested in someone that's interested in you at the same time, right? Kind of feels like work to me. So if you work with a person that you're interested in, I would say they're also interested in you. For others, I feel like someone has their eye on you. With the Four of Pentacles, you have the Hangman. Definitely could be a water sign coming in for you. I mean, this would be Pisces. You have a lot of Pisces here, but it could be any sign. Again, general reading, right? But I feel like you've been in Hangman mode. It's like you've been waiting for this change. I feel like you've been waiting for an egg to hatch on that happy card. And I feel like that's the reason you're going to be happy. With the Moon, you have the Death card. Definitely love it. The two pillars on the Moon show up right here. So the two pillars from the Moon are here, and the Sun is rising between the two pillars. So, the Moon comes up, the Moon goes down, the Sun comes up, right? That's how it works. So I feel the Sun is kind of coming up for you. It's like the light at the end of the tunnel. With the Devil, you have the Queen of Cups. Definitely could be a water sign coming in for some of you. Everyone's had the Queen of Cups, and it's really, like, I feel we're in this time where we really need to kind of, like, pay attention to how we feel about things. She really, truly values her feelings. Like, she cares about how things make her feel. She cares about how she feels about the things that she does and, like, all that other stuff. So I really feel you need to, like, care about your feelings and listen to your feelings. That's going to lead to the most success with this energy here. With the Chariot, you have the Four of Cups. Again, I feel like you have to let go of past disappointments. I do feel, the Chariot, he's leaving a city behind him. And so I do feel some of you are kind of, I wouldn't really say cutting your losses, but, I do feel there are some disappointments that you're having to let go of. And maybe they're just like a little bit hard to let go of. I get this intuitive feeling that, again, that there could be some things that have been disappointing in your past. And maybe you're having a hard time letting those things go. But again, for whatever reason, I feel it's very important that you let some disappointments go, because I feel like they're just going to hold you back. With the Emperor, you have the Ten of Swords. Again, this is probably something that you're letting go. Ten of Swords says something is dead, done, over with. It's like, but again, I feel this feeling of like, once you let something go, that's when you step into your true power, the Emperor and the Empress together. These people on this is the After Tarot, by the way. I don't know if I said that. And they're burying this person. Ten of Swords to me is a card of something being dead, done, over with. It's basically saying bury the past and move forward to your new future, which is the Emperor and the Empress. With the Lovers, you have the Nine of Swords. I'm laughing because, like I said, I feel some of you are like worried about love. There could be a perfect match coming in for you, but it's like you're worried. Like worried, is this person going to hurt me and all this other stuff? I feel like you need to get out of your head. This is clearly a divine counterpart if there's love coming in for you. I feel like it's an amazing person for you. For others, you can see here that he is conquering his demon right here. So again, in the After Tarot, I actually really like this card. I feel like it's saying you're coming out of a period of darkness. With the Empress, you have the Knight of Wands, ready to go on adventure. You're ready to be spontaneous. I feel like you're more ready. I feel like you're having more fun in life as well. Again, you have that happy card. The Knight of Wands can be a card of just like joy and happiness and moving towards joy and happiness, which again, you have that happy card. So I feel there's like a lot of reasons for you to be happy at this time, Capricorn. Can we just get like a final outcome? You have the Devil, you showing up in a very strong position again, so you show up twice. Again, I feel like there's a very steamy situation coming in if you're looking for love. Middle row, you have the Wheel of Fortune. This is a change in your fortunes. It's things turning around in your favor. So I do feel there's just like a major turnaround coming in for you. I feel there's a lot of success coming in for you with this Wheel of Fortune as well. So love it. And finally, for your bottom row outcome, you have the Nine of Wands. See, it's like, see, this is cute, Capricorn. I feel like if you're defensive in love. It's almost like these two people are standing up next to each other. So I feel that there could be a person coming in. It's like they understand that you're defensive because of past relationships. And I feel like they're willing to work with you. Like I said, divine counterpart. So it might be time for you to let your guard down. As always, with the Nine of Wands, especially for you, Capricorn. If I were Capricorn, and I basically am, because I have 5 planets in Capricorn, I would be experimenting as much as possible, which I am. I experiment like crazy now because, just trying new things is where it's at for you, Capricorn. And I feel that like in all areas of your life, like in business, in work, in love, like trying new things, doing things differently. If you hear a crazy idea about something on TV, try it, see what happens. If your crazy uncle gives you some sort of crazy idea for your business, try it. You don't have to keep doing it, but try it, because I'm telling you right now, like I said, if I were a Capricorn, that's what I'd be doing. And I am, like I said. So, I am trying every crazy idea. Do most of them work? No, but I keep telling people again, maybe only one idea out of 100 works for you right now. But that one thing that works for you, Capricorn, this is specific to Capricorn, right? And there are a couple other signs that I think can benefit from this as well, but I feel you really benefit from it the most. Is the fact is like that one thing that works is going to be like worth 10,000 times of trying, right? It's going to be like a total home run. So I feel like it's worth trying a lot of different things in the areas of your life that you're trying to improve, because you will be happy that you did. So this is a very good reading. I love this. So thank you for being here, Capricorn. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.